On the hazardous fuels side of things, we've invested significant resources over the years. I'm told over $1.4 billion since FY14. So now what you're doing is proposing to move hazardous fuels spending out of wildland fire management and into the National Forest Service budget. So I think you've heard a little bit of the frustration from folks here today on the pace and scale of hazardous fuels management within the National Forest. But I'm a little concerned that the increase for National Forest management is almost entirely made up of bringing over the hazardous fuels from the wildland fire account. So walk me through this strategy. Is this a cohesive strategy that somehow or other is going to allow us to better manage our national forests? Does it make us more efficient, more effective? How are we making sure that we are placing a priority on those acres that are most in need of hazard fuel reduction? Give me the thought behind this and why it's going to make management better.
So our thinking behind this proposal is just to increase the integration between our hazardous fuels work and our forest management work. And so many of our dry forest types, and I'll use the ranking member state, when we're out there doing a timber sale, thinning out those forests, we're reducing hazardous fuels. There's a dual benefit. And so it's just to promote, strengthening that integration. On the ground, this says when you get down to the ranger district level, this is already occurring. And so it's our proposal is to be able to try this in a way so that we can actually increase the efficiencies and increase the integration and actually do a better job to be able to establish the highest priority work, and not only to deal with hazardous fuel work and wildland urban interface, but also to do that hazardous fuels reduction that's beyond the wildland urban interface. And at the same time, to be able to increase the work that how we're accomplishing this through our stewardship contracts and through timber sales. So that's the purpose of this, is just to increase our integration. And I look forward to being able to report back to you on increased efficiencies. It's one of the things that we're going to track very closely as we move forward if we get this change. But I'm optimistic that it will just strengthen our integration and allow us to be able to get more work done, and also make it a little easier to do those projects. So many of our projects have a combination of reducing hazardous fuels. They have a timber cell. They're also doing veg work. And so as we've talked in the past about those are regions where we have the pilot authority with the integrated resource IRR program. This will help us to be able to gain some of those efficiencies throughout the rest of the agency.
Well, we're all about efficiency and making sure that things work. But I look at it, and call me a skeptic now, but if you can demonstrate that this actually does get us to the place that you have outlined here, efficiencies are good.